Hey my friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. In my recent test drive of the refreshed 2017 Acura MDX, I found out that the brand's full-size, top-of-the-line SUV remains a competitor in the segment and something that you really must look at if you're out there shopping. My first test drive is coming right up. For 2017, the Acura MDX three-row crossover SUV was the first to get a new design language that will become part of their family of products. With what's called the Diamond Pentagon grille of the Acura Precision concept car and jewel-eye LED headlamps, it does have an all-new look that's far more distinct and upscale than before. The redesign also included new LED tail lamps and a redesigned rear bumper fascia that includes nicely shaped rear exhaust outlet trims that give it a bit more of a performance feel than before. Our top-of-the-line all-wheel drive advanced tester also featured large 20-inch wheels and tires that fit well proportionally. Inside, the MDX featured premium leather seating that was pretty robust in its form and feel. This was combined with genuine open-pore wood trim that can't be in any way thought of as less than real. The finishes throughout were impressive in their feel and precision fit. The seats themselves were very comfortable and supportive up front with power adjustments in both heating and ventilation. The second row captain's chairs also allowed for adjustments and were heated too. The third row, though snug, it does offer reasonable room for up to medium-sized adults. Storage in the MDX was also impressive with a very deep center console that has multiple ways to access it. That same console design was duplicated between the rear captain's chairs too. Very nicely done. The dash houses what has been unique for Acura in the dual-screen information and audio system. The dual screens are easy to see and allow for you to customize what you see on the larger display screen as you use a lower touchscreen for controls. It does work reasonably well, but because some of the hard controls for things like the heated seats and the climate controls are eliminated, you do have to dig around in various menus to do simple tasks at some times. The last interior note I'll mention is the push-button gear selector for the 9-speed automatic transmission. It's not a favorite of mine because a gear lever is just simpler and more intuitive to use, as well as giving you a place to rest your hand. There are paddle shifters on the steering wheel, however, for those who want to shift manually. That transmission does send power to all four wheels through the super handling all-wheel drive system from Acura's venerable 3.5-liter single overhead cam. Yes, that's right, single overhead cam V6. It does have modern touches, however, like the VTEC variable valve timing, cylinder shutoff, and now direct fuel injection. This gives it 290 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque. And while that isn't class-leading in terms of horsepower, it does churn along in a very refined manner around town and becomes silent on the highway. The EPA rates it at 19 mpg city, 26 mpg highway, and 22 mpg combined with the all-wheel drive. In our week with it, we achieved exactly 22 miles per gallon in a mix of city and highway driving. Handling on the highway was solid and smooth at speed. Around town and on curvy roads, I found that the MDX does feel a little bit clumsy at times with a bit more body roll and forward-to-rear pitching when stopping and going. The suspension also made the occasional thunk or crash over rougher pavement patches. Our tester rang in at a total price of $57,340 with very few left dollars you can spend to upgrade the MDX further. Comparatively, it matches many of its competitors in terms of features for dollars, but when it comes to finesse and driving dynamics, there are other peers out there who offer a bit more polish and performance. One notable item is the fact that the Acura Watch suite of driver assistance and safety systems is now standard equipment across the entire line of MDX models. With lane keeping assistance, a full perimeter watch, and forward emergency braking is something that not all competitors offer yet as standard equipment. Alright my friends, there you have it for my first test drive of the 2017 Acura MDX. Now you can click right here and see our latest test drive, or click right there, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Either way, stay tuned.